What's up, everybody? It's Life with Laffy. So today I thought of the idea to do a full season simulation for the Vegas Golden Knights. This is stemmed by me wanting to have a rough idea of how they're going to do this year. A lot of people figure they're going to be kind of the bottom 3, 4, 5 teams in the whole league. And I am one of those people, but I'm interested as well to see who kind of emerges as their go-to goal scorer, assist getter, and overall point total gatherer. So I just want to do this because I know for NBA 2K, it tends to be kind of close in relation to who makes it to the finals and who wins MVP, who's Rookie of the Year. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've established a couple ground rules. I'm not going to engage in any trades, whether it be me initiating or the CPU initiating. That's not going to happen. I'm also not going to intervene in any of the games. I'm not going to play any of them. I'm not going to play overtimes. I'm not going to play shootouts. I'm not going to do any of that. What I will do, the one kind of minor thing, will be editing lines. If Fleury's not doing so hot, I'll put in Calvin Pickard. I want the two Florida Panthers, Riley Smith and Jonathan Marchessault, to play on the same line. I know for a fact that Riley Smith is on the second line, but I'm actually going to bump him to the first, and I believe bring James Neal to the second. This game kind of takes into consideration players of the same team. I don't know if it'll kind of notice that they used to be Florida Panthers, but just for my peace of mind, I'm doing it. All right, so fuck it. That's my prerogative. That's one of the things I will kind of alter throughout this. And another thing, I'm kind of a stats horse, so I really want to see kind of game by game. I'm not going to do mass sims, at least not for the first episode. I want to see who scores in pretty much every game, who gathers assists, who's doing well, what defensemen are performing, who needs to be sent down, stuff like that. So I'm going to sim the preseason first because it doesn't matter. I didn't mean to view this. I don't give a shit. Don't care. Okay. Auto. So we won the first preseason. Yeah, that's kind of like reality. Right now, Vegas is 2-0 in the preseason. They beat Vancouver and Colorado. I love the attention to detail EA. Like, LA wasn't the first fucking preseason game that Vegas took on. Like, why isn't this accurate? 6-1. Can you fucking believe it? Maybe I shouldn't edit the lines. Jesus Christ. 6-1 for the preseason. I'm still going to look at the lines, probably edit them because, fuck. I'm sure teams feel bad for Vegas and play their, like, third team players. But, so before we have our first game against Dallas, which is on the road once again, classic NHL, they should have been gratuitous and put Vegas at home for the first game. That would have been nice because look at this. They might go into Phoenix, or they might go back to their home arena in Vegas down 0-2. So I wish personally that they started off at home, but that's too logical. So I'm going to go to edit lines, and I'm going to make a couple changes here. So keep him on because I don't want to have to do this every game. I'll let him kind of decide with injuries and stuff. So Riley Smith is on the first line with Marchessault. I like that. James Neal second. David Perron. I'm going to switch with Eric Holla. My favorite team is actually the Minnesota Wild, and this kid is fast. He can fly. David Perron's a bit older. I didn't even know he's on the Blues, and I know pretty much everything. Cody Eakin I like. Grabowski didn't even play last year. Lingering concussion syndrome, but I've actually heard he hasn't even passed his physical, so he might not play this year, at least the start. Oscar Lindberg from the Rangers, pretty good player, never really found his calling in New York. Derek Roy, who apparently played in Europe last year, don't recall that, but you could just tell by his jersey or sweater vest or whatever that is. Pierre Edouard. He's a pretty strong guy, pretty tough. I like him. I'm going to do a lot of changing for the defensemen. Nate Schmidt allegedly is their best defenseman. Braden McNabb I like. He's pretty quick. I like my first line defenseman to be quick, shifty, fast guys. And then second line, I like a clap bomb, so we're going to put Garrison in there. Anglin's tough. We like him. Sabiza has been on so many teams, kind of bum. John Merrill's okay. Let's look at goalies. So I don't know why, but Pickard for some reason is the slated #1, but we're gonna switch Fleury there, just out of respect. Without further ado, so now we kind of know the lineups. We're not quitting. We're gonna sim the first game. We're not gonna play it. Let's see. This should be interesting. This is indicative of what's going to happen. This is lifelike, okay? So if they win the first game here, they're going to win in reality. And if they make the playoffs here, they're going to make the playoffs in reality. So here we go. I'm going to do a sim by sim, meaning like a period sim. I'm not going to look at the stats. Actually, I'll go like this. So goals, first period. Here we go. Sim for the whole period. So you can tell with the yellows, it always excites me. In the faded, you could see beside Vegas and Dallas, the yellow light up. So I'm guessing it's 1-1. It's 1-1. So Belmar, our fourth line, left wing, scored. Good stuff. Good to see. So again, wow, we both scored 2 in the second. Jonathan Marchessault, James Neal, Jimmy Alexiak, and I don't know who that guy is, Paul Nemeth or something. And third period, so both teams scored in all 3 periods. Let's see. Oh boy, so we're going to overtime in the first ever Vegas Golden Knights game. And we lost. That's upsetting. Eric Lindell, I think is his name. Fucking Swedish bastard. Okay, let's check the stats. So upsetting. This is going to happen in real life, mind you. But not a bad result for the first game. These guys have no cohesion, no chemistry. Wow, someone was -3. That's not okay. He's benched for the season. Intolerable. Shipachanov, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Eric Holla, I moved to the second line. Lemberg, fourth line. Derek Roy, fourth line. Okay. So James Neal had 2 goals. I moved him to the second line. Riley Smith, he had an assist. Who's a -3? Let's see this shit. Braden McNabb, remember I moved him to the first line. If he's a -1 or 2 next game, I might reconsider that. David Perron, moved down the line. Okay, so we conceded a lot of goals there. Maybe NHL knows something. I don't. Maybe Pickard should start. Okay, that's just the first game. Not to worry. We're still making the playoffs. Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna touch AHL. Obviously, that kind of goes without saying. Who cares? Goals again, I kind of like this way. Okay, 1-1. Clayton Stoner, I don't know why he's in the lineup, but he is. The assistant coach already made a fucking change. And again, we're going to overtime. But Belmar scored again, fourth line, second of the year. Not bad. And we won this time, Braden McNabb. So you are staying on the first line, my friend. All events. Let's see. I want to see how... Belmar second, Roy again. Clayton Stoner, that's fine. Belmar 2 points, Fleury an assist. Cody Eakin on the board now. Okay, so 1-0-1, not too shabby. So for the first video, I'm just gonna do 10 games, but I like this kind of game by game basis. I really like to follow. I'm interested like I said, who's gonna emerge as the leading goal scorer, because this team might not have an identity for part of the season, you know. I like some of their, well, the whole team is young, but I really like Marchessault. I'm shocked Florida let him go. What the hell? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's gonna take a while for these guys. Wow, we scored 3. William Karlsson on the board finally. Belmar's been amazing. Marchessault, I think, is second of the year. Simming is complete. We won 5-2. Nate Schmidt unassisted. Empty netter. I was confused because I didn't see anything after his name, but that just means empty netter. So all events. I don't like how it says see third period Nate Schmidt. It should say empty netter. It kind of annoys me that it doesn't. But Belmar's third, Marchessault second. Limburg's been pretty good. Nate Schmidt, an assist. Cody Eakin's first. So very diversified scoring, but this is what I expected. I wouldn't think anything else. You know, James Neal's not going to go for like 95 points, and the next guy is going to be at 60. That's not going to. Everyone knows that's not going to be reality. I'm expecting a lot of 60-point getters, maybe one 70-point getter, a bunch of 50s. I think it's going to be very even spread. Unlike a lot of NHL teams, Vegas has kind of 4 even lines, you know, like their 4th line is, I would argue, better than most teams in the league, but then I would also argue that their first line is not as good as most teams. So they have a bunch of fringe good players. I wonder if Pickard's played a game yet. Fleury's still in net clearly, 2-0, and I'm going to put Pickard in. So we conceded 1 every period there. For some reason, I felt like we were going to lose that game. So our first regulation loss in 4 games. Not a bad start at all. So let's put Pickard in, even though the assistant coach is going to fuck around with that. Belmar. Would you just look at it? That's surprising, to say the least. At lines. I'm not going to look at the power play. I'll look at it. I don't know if I really need to change it. Goalies. Let's see. Extras. What? Special teams. I'm done. Garrison, we won on the first unit for a slap shot for sure. David Perron, I'm not huge on. I was gonna say let's trade him, but nope, we ain't doing that. Eric Holla, yeah, I like that. We'll leave James Neal on the first unit, even though I said I like the Florida guys kind of going with each other, but that's fine. John Merrill, Spiza has a decent shot. Braden McNabb's not on the power play. I'm fine with that. Let's see if he's on the penalty kill. Yeah, he is. The first unit. So that's fine. I don't want to kind of overwork him. That'd be too much ice time. So we're 2-1-1. So not a bad start. In reality, you know, I said it's gonna be lifelike. No. I think they're going to lose a couple off the start, especially that they have to go on the road. Doubleheader. I know the second game's against the powerful Arizona Coyotes, but yeah, I'm not expecting a huge start from these guys. Calvin Pickard getting torched. What did I do here? Riley Smith. I believe that's his first of the year. I don't like how it shows penalties. Why would I give a fuck about that? David Pasternak, I'm a huge fan of. Yes, so Eric Holla, David Perron. I think the coach switched the lines because that Riley's on the first, or was when I did it. Eric Holla was on the second, and David Perron's on the third. That's clusterfuck of randomness. But okay. Multiple morale changes. This team is moody, man. 1 loss, and they jump ship. Oscar Lindbergh wants more time. I get that. That actually I can resonate with. I'm sorry, Oscar. Not a whole lot I can do though. All right, goals. Sim. Here we go. Derek Roy. Uh-oh. 1-1. Okay, we're gonna OT tied 1-1. Shootout. And Jonathan Marchessault was the only goal scorer in the shootout. Okay, so what are we? 3-2-1, I think. Derek Roy got his first. Grabowski, I haven't seen his name 1 time. That's, I believe, his first point. And Belmar's just, for some reason, our leading point getter. If this gets views, I want you guys to predict who, for this simulation, is going to be the leading point getter. And then I also want you to predict in reality, so when the actual season starts, who's going to kind of emerge as the face of the franchise. In terms of, I don't really care about leadership. That means very little to me. I want you to predict who is going to put the puck in the net and who is going to aid a teammate in putting the puck in the net. That's what I want to know. Okay, so versus St. Louis. So we got a nice little home game here. Let's see if we can muster something. 1-1. So Fleury's back in net. The assistant coach has no time for Chad Pickard, and we lost 4-1. So now we're kind of slipping. I'm not sure. I look at the top a little bit. I'm not sure if we have an injury outstanding, but we're 3-3-1. There's no point in really checking the standings as of right now because it's far too early. But we got a home game against Chicago, a pretty fucking easy team. If we can beat Arizona, like Chicago's a walk in the park, right? Da 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 da. Who's Reed Duke? What the hell? Who are you? 2-1. Nate Schmidt, Jonathan Marchessault, Patrick Kane. He scores? I thought he retired. Tommy Wingles, I forgot they got him. Lance Buma. What the fuck? Did Chicago make trades in this game, or did I sleep during the offseason? Okay. And we tied it up. Jonathan Marchessault. Is that a second? It's gotta be. Yes, I have a good memory. OT, let's see. And Jonathan Taves, the OT god himself. I think he had 2 back-to-back games this past season of overtime winners, so I'm not too surprised. That's lifelike, man. Is this NBA? This is real life shit. All right, so 3-3-2, whatever. Chicago's 5-5. If I just saw, yeah, Chicago's 5-5, so I can't even hate this record. And Chicago's 3-6. Like I said, this is quite lifelike. Actually, they should be like 1-8, but whatever. Goals. 1-1. Riley Smith. That's a second of the year, I think. Oh my goodness, a lot of scoring. Gabe Landeskog. Okay, this game isn't legit. He doesn't score. Nail Yakupov. Jesus Christ, they scored 4. Calvin Pickard's in net. What in God's name? Maybe he shouldn't play anymore. I might have to trade him. No, just kidding. I'm not doing that. Landeskog, Yakupov got 2. Duchesne. Wow. I hate Gabriel Landeskog. I think he's so fucking trash. And we lost 6-1. Colin Wilson. Or, they have Colin Wilson? I swear it's on Nashville. Okay. Whatever. Multiple morale changes because of ice time. Oh, that's great. I'm happy for whoever's happy. So 3-4-2. That's 9, if I can add. That's 9 games under the belt for this historic season for this wonderful team that I'm growing very attached to. I think my favorite player is Belmar or Shipichov because it's fun to say and I know I say it wrong. Okay, Cody Eakin, Derek Roy. Thomas Greiss is the starter for the Isles this year. I actually really like him. I like him even more. We're really scoring on him. I think that's Garrison's first. Anders Lee's nasty. Watch this kid this year. And we won. David Perron. I swear that's his first. So nice scoring effort for our 10th game. That'll be the last one for this. I'm gonna check the stats real quick, so don't leave. Let's sort. Okay, Riley Smith, nice game. David Perron, you needed that. Let's check all events. Goals. Perron second, Riley's third. Cody second, Carlson. Okay. Belmar again. Alright, let's check the stats for just our team. We'll check the league as well. We'll see if any of our guys are near the top. But I really don't think they are. Belmar has lost morale because of ice time. I'm going to put you on the first line. No, I won't. I'm just playing. Okay, I always forget where to see stats. Go here. Fuck it. We'll see team stats as well. We'll see where we are in our division. We're last. Okay. Arizona's first. So, okay. I'm not doing another video. This isn't reality. Dylan Strome probably has 20 goals in 12 games. That's why they're doing so well. So, we're not even that bad. How the hell are we last? 26 goals for. That's not great. Edmonton. What the hell? Maybe switch Arizona and Edmonton. Why don't you? Vancouver, come on. That's ridiculous. Goals against per game. That seems about right. 3.2. Yeah, they're going to get scored on a lot. Penalty kill, horrible. Braden McNabb's on the first line. That's probably why. So we're better on the road. Wow. So they throw 2 road games at Vegas right off the bat, and then they only have 1 the next 8? Okay, schedule makers. You're a world. You're a fucking world, buddies. Okay, real quick player stats. Derek Roy's our leader. Why are our 4th line guys at the top? And look at these minuses. David Perron, I'm trading you. Oscar, why are our 4th liner? I'm surprised he only has 3 points and no goals. This guy has no goals either. Shipchov, you're not my favorite anymore. Johnny Marchessault. So I really expected this with goals. I didn't think anyone would be even like 0.5 goals per game. You know, like you play 82 games, you have 41. Like not even close. So already it's indicating that it won't even be close. You know, like the first small sample size, like sometimes guys have 7 goals, 8 goals in 10 games or whatever. Yeah, we don't have half of that. But our fourth line, does it show time on ice or minutes per game? Like, no, it doesn't. A bunch of these guys were undrafted. What the shit? Marchessault was undrafted. Wow, what the hell? So look. Teams know what they're doing, man. They just gave up fucking. I don't want to call them garbage, but yeah, no. Remember when Derek Roy scored like 8 goals in a or like 8 points in a preseason game? Yeah, well, he has 8 on the year. Anyway, so that's the first video. Pretty weird and not lifelike, but that's the way the wind blows, I guess. So I'm gonna continue the next 10 games, or I might group it into 20 for the next video, but I'll get on that soon. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to continue. This guy needs to go back to Russia or something. All right, bye.